Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Hendy. Hi, Selfie, Yaski, Audi, Revita, and Dewi. How are you?
Hello, morning, Mas. I'm fine. And you?
Okay,
I'm good.
Alhamdulillah. And today, it's part of the digital marketing series for landing page. So, welcome, Audi. This is actually already episode 2. So, I know that you are a psychology major, but I would say that I hope this gives you some insight about how that we can
Sorry,
do.
Audi is management.
Oh, management, really?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so, and yeah, if audience management, then that means this is even more relevant for her. So we are already on episode 2. I will share the screen. And uh, if you want to see episode 1, it's also in the link that Selfie has shared. And there's a recording for episode 1 as well. All right. Okay, so this is the syllabus. So how do we structure and create an effective landing page for a digital marketing campaign? And in the previous episode, we have done the digital marketing campaign rock and scorecard. So now we are moving to the second episode, and that is how to structure what is a landing page and why is it important for a digital marketing campaign. So as we have seen before, the digital marketing campaign is from this unaware phase to the attention phase, to the interest phase, to the desire phase, and then to the action phase. There's another phase here, is actually retention. So together, usually we call them IDA-R, right? Attention, interest, desire, action, and then retention. And everyone, our users, start at the unaware phase. And then it's a job for a marketing campaign, in this case can be digital, to move them to attention phase. And there are several things, several steps or techniques that we can do at this attention phase. We can do a landing page. Home page is also one in the attention phase. We can do email marketing campaign or maybe push notification, but we will focus on landing page here. So landing page and home page is different. A home page is when somebody usually like Googling or maybe type the address, for example, talentify.net, that will go to the home page. But a landing page is a very specific page that basically already knows what the problem of the user is. Okay, so if I can share what is the user thinking during each phases. So during the unaware phase, users thinking, I have a problem, okay? And then during attention phase, okay, the user is thinking, what is this? Can this solve my problem, right? And then at the interest phase, user is thinking, okay, tell me more, okay, about your solution. And then at the desire phase, the user is thinking, all right, why should I buy your product instead of a competitor? Or why should I buy now instead of next week or next month or next year, right? So this is desire phase. And then the attention, the last phase is action phase, when the user says, how, what should I do? Or basically, how should I pay, right? How can I pay? How can I pay? Is it by credit card, by cash or something? And then the last one is retention phase. Why should I continue buying your product again, right? This is the retention phase. So these are the questions that the user has in audience's mind, depending on pace. Right. So I'm creating the materials, additional material as we go. All right. So at the unaware phase, this is where we have social media. This is where we have Instagram. This is where we have YouTube, the authority, getting people to trust us initially. That's this unaware thing, and then it moves to attention, where people already come to a landing page or maybe already like or follow or comment. So why is this important, this landing page? Because now the user is already in our website and the user is already interested on something. So it's different from homepage because, for example, this is a homepage for Lovia. So in a homepage, there may be a lot of things, right? We don't know yet what the user is looking for. This is also a homepage, and we don't know yet who the user is, uh, what the user's problem is. So we are still giving the user choices. But in a landing page, we already know. For example, okay. So when we search something like this, the user, the audience, is already looking into homeschooling. So it's not something else. The user is not looking into insurance. The user is not looking into love. The user is not looking into coding tutor or something. The user is looking into homeschooling. So the landing page is designed to guide for that specific problem, yeah, specific problem. For example, the specific problem is maybe homeschooling for SMP and SMA, and then how what should we do to get that user into a funnel page or a form? Okay, so a funnel page is another page that usually maybe like pricing, right? Can be pricing, it can be a form. For example, if we click this one, then it goes into a form where the user can input the name, phone number, email, and then a message. And then when the user sends it, then that the audience or the visitor now becomes a lead. We call them a lead. A lead is someone who is already in this interest phase. Okay, so it's not just an anonymous visitor. It's a visitor that we already know the name, we already know the contact, and we already know the problem. What this user wants to do, what the problem that the user has, and the user wants to solve the problem by buying our product. Okay, in the end, it will be sales. So right, so that's landing page. So what does a landing page do? So if you create a landing page, what should it do to the audience? First, the first one is that it must be able to understand the audience's problem. So the first one is problem first, because as you can see here, in the unaware phase, I have a problem, but it doesn't know whether there is a solution. It may be they are not looking into solution. Maybe they have a problem, but then they are scrolling in on Instagram, and then when the user catches an advertising or maybe a post or something, that's interesting. I have this problem. Okay, for example, there is an ad or maybe there's a post, Anda jomblo. Okay, that's a problem. And then the user clicks on interest. Or maybe anak Anda kesulitan belajar di sekolah. That's a problem. Okay, maybe this is interesting. Maybe homeschooling is interesting. And then when the user is we already have the attention, we need to make the user feel that we understand the problem. Okay, so what is your problem? Okay, your problem is maybe that people are not okay. In this case, the problem is untuk anak-anak penerus bangsa maybe, and they need to find a new school, and what is your role as a parent for your children, and things like that, and then give the user a reason. So this is an example. I'm not saying that this is a good landing page. Actually, I would say that this is a pretty okay landing page, already gets sales, but I'm sure that somebody else more expert than me can make a better landing page. But the core things that the landing page must do, it must understand the audience problem. For example, things like if the product is to give a company or a friend to the user, then it's saying maybe like, are you feeling lonely? Or maybe do you feel life is empty without a partner? That's a problem. And okay, this is all about love. Did someone dear to you break your heart? Or maybe if it's a weight loss program, uh, are you unhappy with how you look? If it's a homeschooling product, is your children not happy at school? Is your children cannot learn? And things like that. So basically you reinforce the problem in the user's mind, so the audience says that, oh yeah, I have this problem, oh yeah, I'm not happy with it, oh yeah, this is bad. You explore the pain point of the audience. Now, when the audience feels that pain, and that means the audience will feel, all right, so there has to be a solution to this problem, right? If not, then why am I reading this web page? Okay. So so this one is exploring, and then you can also give additional problem. Okay, for example, if you are feeling lonely, then you have to be careful. You can feel depressed. Or if your children is having problem at school, hey, if you continue that, then maybe your problem will have a problem to get the university that they want, and that is a bigger problem than just not being to learn at school. So not just that the audience has a problem, but the audience has a future problem that it will become an additional problem if they are not solving it. Okay, so it's like making the problem even worse. Okay, making the problem even worse, but not because we want the problem to be worse, but because okay, we have a solution for you, and then so basically these five things, and then show the answer. So this is our solution. For example, in this homeschooling, this is our solution. All right. So in this case, this is the best school if you have this problem. All right. And then show the benefits. All right. And then show the benefits like this. And then, yeah, basically iterate each point. Why is it good? And the features, what can they get by this? And I would say that I should put videos here, so that's even better. For example, if you know uh, if this learning is practical, then show the video why it's so practical, the happy faces of the students, and maybe testimonials and things like that, and saying that the parents are happy. That will be even better. So show the answer, and then show the benefits. uh, I would say I'm quite intentional when this word is show instead of telling. Of course, the words are good, but the best landing page will have images and also video to show them, emotionally, that this is the right solution for you. Then show the benefits. And then the last one, this is very important, is guide to action or call to action. So at this stage, the user is in attention, and then, all right, I think I'm interested. All right. So I think I'm interested. So some people will, when the landing page is good and this is the problem, and then people will say, all right, take my money. And sometimes I do that. All right. Sometimes I do that. Sometimes I go to Shopee, and then, oh, this is the product, and I don't need 1 or 2 days to buy the product. It only takes me 50 minutes, and then go to checkout, and then it's done. But so this is why there must be at least two choices. It could be purchase, or it could be learn more. All right. Uh, in this case, or it could be contact. Yeah, it could be contact. So if it's a purchase button, there is no purchase button here, but there is only a consultation here. Actually, there is a purchase button that is daftar here. Yeah. So actually, yeah. So this one, there are two buttons, and the other button is going to a form where people, the user can actually fill the form. But even this is not a purchase workflow. So it's just filling a form, and then we still follow up, and then, but basically, if someone is already filling a form that is this long, this person is already very interested. So it's maybe already in the design phase. But basically, we need to give at least three choices. And okay, what is this? Okay, and that will be purchase or learn more. So learn more, basically, there is another page. For example, this one. You can say that this is another funnel page. Okay, so learn more about uh, the other benefits. And okay, so who will be my coach? For example, this is another funnel page. So this is learn more. And then purchase, learn more, and also uh, subscribe. Yeah, subscribe or fill information. So in this case, this one is the user giving more information about the problem, and also we are asking them the contact information. So I would say in every digital marketing campaign based on landing page, this is a requirement. So we need to ask them to give more information about the problem. When they're telling us more about the problem, it can be text box, but it can also be, things like, for example, this one. So the basic idea is still the same, although how they put it is different. For example, in Traveloka, there is no purchase button here, but you can see that this is asking information from the user to describe the problem. Okay, so what is your problem? Do you want with or without driver? Which city, and what date that you want your driver, and things like that. So it's asking problem. Of course, when you click here on Traveloka, you have all of the information that you need because this is already a dynamic website. But even if the website is still static, maybe we are still a startup, or you are still developing our service, or our back end in the engineering is still not ready, we can already do the form. But then the follow up will be manual. For example, in this case, the desired will be personal follow up. If we already have a good application, automated one, this desired phase will be all automated. And yeah, and that's it. That's the end of this episode 2. So this is just a theory in this phase. Yeah, I would say, yeah, the workshop will start at 4, at episode 4. So the takeaway point is that a landing page must have all of these 5 things to do to the audience, is to understand the audience problem, and then give it any additional problem, and then show the answer to that problem, and then not only showing the answer but also the benefits, list them all the benefits. And if they have objections, ini mahal, ini susah, ini apa bedanya dengan yang lain, and so on. So these objections you solve in the landing page, and then after that you guide them to action. Either they purchase, or they learn more, or they give information and contact form. All right, so any question? Maybe I give to Selfie as moderator to get some interaction.
Right. Uh, any question for Audi, Mas Yaski, Dewi, or
Okay.
Rafita? Okay, Mas Yaski.
Yeah, first of all, I've been done making some landing page before. As you can know that there is a landing page called in Lovia. Basically, in Lovia, there is a page called Lowongan Kerja. So there are no basic information of copywriting about the solution of the problem that might be uh, the leads going to have or something. What do you think? Should is it because it's related to working information or something like job opportunity, something like that? Uh, do I have to put all the information on the landing page, or I still need to split it into many pages? I mean, there is so many opportunity at that page, and then I'm splitting it. I'm not splitting the information to one by one landing page. Uh, okay, the case is like this. There is an engineering opportunity and marketing opportunity, and the other one is maybe designer opportunity, and the information there is just little. Uh, I mean by little is very little information right there. Uh, and the as you said before, that the landing page need to give the information almost um, solving the leads problem and giving them desire to want to give the take the information and joining the opportunity, something like that. The question is, do you think what do you think about the page, and do I have to give more information at that page or something like that?
All right. Okay, that's a question from Seski. Any other question first? I will take one. All right, so I will discuss this one. So let me show you what the landing page that Mas Yaski is mentioned before. So yeah, actually that page is now redirected to Talentify website. All right, I would say that this will be relevant to Audi also. I think maybe itself will give a task for career development and training, I would say. So this is the landing page that Mashiaski is talking about. It's already moved to Talentify now. Mashiaski raises a very important point about copywriting. Thank you very much. I think there will be another session after the entire digital marketing series just talking about copywriting. But this is the problem about this landing page. Okay, this landing page is very this is not a specific landing page. This is not a really good landing page. I would say it's too general. The title is just lowongan kerja, and it's not specific. Okay, a lot of people have problems of not having work, but you know they usually think about specific work, not lowongan kerja. Okay, so people in administration will need lowongan kerja in administration. People satpam will also need that. Engineering will also need that. So this is very general. But why that we have that? Because we don't yet have the resources to build a specific landing page for each one. So actually, the S here, landing pages, plural, is important because there needs to be many landing pages for each problem. Okay. Even for homeschooling, there needs to be a different landing pages for maybe SMP is different, SD is different, SMI is different, TK is different, and so on. And even for SMP, there should be a different landing page for SMP national and SMP international because they want, you know, like Cambridge and things like that. But just to give you a point, and this one, for example, engineering PHP developer, It's a very simple one. And then when we click Daftar Online, it goes to a form. Is this good? I would say this is not good. But again, the reason is not because this is the best, but the reason is because, yeah, we don't have yet resources and time to do that. So what's the better one from this one? The better one is the one that Selfie already created. So for example, this is the job vacancies, and this is quite specific. It shows what is Lovia. So thank you very much, Selfie, for creating this. And then there's about Lovia, and then there's a video that we play. Oh, I'm not sharing the audio, right? So, okay, let's see. All right. Okay. So we have then we know about Lovia, things like this. And then there's also me here. And then as you can see, this is specific ones. So for example, if we click human resource, it doesn't go straight to a form, but then it goes to another description page. All right. So this is a much more a better version than before. And then after that, we have another flow. Yeah. Okay. So I would say this is a better version than this one. And then when Mas Yaski asked about copywriting, yeah, that is very important. If whether this flow is interesting for the audience or not. Okay. So what is the takeaway from this? I would say, yeah, Mas Yaski is correct. There should be a more specific page for each one of this, right? So it needs to explain, okay, so if I'm interested to be a developer, so what is a developer? And what are the benefits? And what you will be working on as developer, and so on. And what are the companies that you can get? Because they will be very different, okay? For example, if you're applying as a software developer and you are applying as a psychologist, that's very different. If you want to apply as a PHP or software developer, you are thinking of companies like Microsoft, Google, Amazon, maybe Tokopedia, Gojek, and things like that. But if you are applying as psychologist, I'm not sure if you are thinking about Amazon or Google or Apple, right? So it's a very different one. And if you are applying as a designer, it can apply to anything. But basically, we should cater specifically to the audience, and then we tailor the copywriting for that as well. Okay, so does that answer your question, Mas Yaski?
Yeah, it's answering my question.
Any follow-up question or from
anyone? Any question? Or something like problems or not? Mbak Dewi, Evita, Audi, or Mas Yaski?
or Selfie?
Can you understand? Or me? Can you understand or have a question? For me, it's so clear and it's good, so I don't have question.
Okay.
Right.
All right then. Okay, so this is just a preview. So the next session, we will dissect what are the important elements of a landing page. There will be several examples of a good landing page, not only from us, but from the best companies in the world. So yeah, stay tuned for the next session. So, and I hope before the next episode of training, you also already review the materials. So yeah, hopefully we'll have more interaction next time.
Thank you anyway for Mas Randy, and thank you for Mas Yaski, Audi, Dewi, dan Evita for joining this our training. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Bye.
Ya. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.